Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're re-diving into a story that's as old as humanity itself. It's the story of the first family, the first brothers, and sadly, the first murder. After leaving the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve had two sons. The first was Cain, and the second was Abel. As they grew up, they each chose a different path. Cain became a farmer, a tiller of the soil, working the land to bring forth crops. Abel, on the other hand, became a shepherd, tending to his flocks. They were the world's first farmer and first shepherd, each contributing to their family in their own way. In the course of time, both brothers came to present an offering to God. Cain brought some of the fruit from his harvest, the produce of the soil. Abel, for his part, brought the very best of his flock, the firstborn, including their fat portions. The scripture tells us that the Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. Now, the Bible doesn't explicitly state why God favored Abel's offering over Cain's. Some scholars believe it was about the attitude of the heart that Abel gave his absolute best, with a spirit of faith and reverence, while Cain's offering might have been given more as an obligation. Whatever the reason, the result was devastating for Cain. He became incredibly angry and his face was downcast. He was filled with jealousy and resentment. Seeing Cain's turmoil, God spoke to him directly. This is a crucial moment. God didn't just punish him. He engaged with him. He asked, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Think about that imagery for a moment. Sin is pictured as a predator, a wild beast crouching, waiting for the right moment to pounce. God gave Cain a warning and a way out. He told him he had a choice. He could master this feeling, overcome the jealousy, and do what was right. He had the power to choose a better path, but Cain didn't listen. The anger and jealousy had taken root in his heart. Sometime later, he said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out to the field." And while they were there, Cain turned on his own brother and killed him. It was the first act of violence, a brother against a brother, born from a heart that let envy grow into hatred. Then the Lord came to Cain and asked a question that echoes through history. "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain's reply was defiant and cold. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God knew what had happened. He said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." The consequences for Cain were severe. He was cursed from the ground, which would no longer yield its crops for him. He was condemned to be a restless wanderer on the earth. Cain cried out that his punishment was more than he could bear. In a moment of mercy, God placed a mark on Cain, not as a curse, but to protect him from being killed by anyone who might find him. And so Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived as a wanderer. The story of Cain and Abel is a profound lesson about the destructive power of jealousy, the importance of controlling our anger, and our responsibility to one another. It reminds us that our choices have deep and lasting consequences, but also that even in our darkest moments, there is an opportunity to choose a better way. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. If you found this meaningful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. See you in the next chapter.